The good e-reader X BIGME GALY has come a long way in such a short time. If you guys don't know what this is, a quick refresher, this is the first e-reader or e-note in the world using e-ink Gallery 3. There is no other e-reader doing it. There's a bunch coming out in 2023, but this one is here now and it's coming out in 2023 as well, but it's actually done and ready. The changelog for today's update as of December 28th has 5 changes: continuous highlights, added pens, fixed refresh issues, web browser, and green. We're going to look at every single one of them, starting with highlights. Before, when you chose highlighting and you chose a color, you'd have to go back and do it every single time, but now you can just continuously highlight like this. You can go back here and choose other colors as well, like yellows and oranges, and as you swipe on the page, you get your highlights. And I must say, from both a objective and subjective experience, it is quicker. And if you do look at the first time we did this in an earlier video, it was really slow. Now, you gotta understand, this isn't fast, because the difference is between Kaleido and Gallery is that Gallery looks better, and there's no downside or trade-off when it comes to PPI. It's never gonna be as fast as Kaleido or e-ink Pearl or e-ink Mobius or Carta. It's just not going to be there. But this looks significantly better, and this is the one all the big boys are going to use: Onyx, Pocketbook, Sharp, and the like. Before we get back into the note-taking section, I'm just going to show you guys we are in HD mode. And HD mode was very slow when we had our first prototype. So let's see how it goes now. These are the added pens right there. And I can tell you that there's 4 of them, and you can customize each one now with different things, much like Onyx introduced. So what you would do is you would choose one pen and say, I want this one to be pen in orange at full pen thickness, and then you click out and now you can write on the page. Now the individual taps and processes are very slow on Gallery, but the latency is no different than Kaleido. You'll see how fast it is. This is, I mean, that it doesn't get any faster than that. This isn't the fastest, but it's indiscernible at this point which device is faster. iReader, Remarkable, Fujitsu, etc. So it really is just kind of maxing out on things as of late with devices as the industry just expands into these hyper tablets. The next one, you can go brush and you can go pink and you can say, maybe I want a 4-point, maybe a 3-point. You tap out, and now you have a beautiful brush that's in this gorgeous pink. And even on HD mode, you can see it just looks like you're coloring with pastels on the screen. It looks so good. I'm glad that a lot of companies are adopting this technology, because Gallery is never going to replace Kaleido, but it is a very welcomed competitor within its own company, of course. E-ink makes both of them, but it's just nice to have options. Fixed refresh and navigation. So what that basically means is when you tap on things, look how quick that was compared to what it once was. It's not lightning fast, but you know what? Things are giddying up much quicker, and we're getting far less ghosting. And this is in the highest quality mode. If we go into the e-ink center and we go to normal, which I honestly recommend normal. HD is a little bit overkill. It's the maximum possible image that Gallery is able to be produced. It really just looks nice when the device is in a stasis mode and you just have it on your tabletop displaying a really nice image, like that lion we showed you. Otherwise, normal is gonna give you that really good mix of speed and overall usability. You do still have a little bit of ghosting, but it's not encroaching into the actual usability of the unit, which is very nice. This is something we tried to cut down on a lot, because obviously, in your hands, we want this to be usable. We want you guys to be able to pick this up and not worry that when I touch the language, it's going to take 18 seconds. It just goes in. So it's like all these little things are of concern for us and you guys, of course. So that's why we're doing our best with BIGME and their team to get this kind of catered the way that it needs to look for you guys, for when we finally release this, you're able to get it in your hands and use it normally and not have to worry about saying, oh, I have to turn the glow light on. We all know how long that takes. Well, no, it's it's actually pretty usable now for what Gallery once was a month ago. Web browser. So when you go to apps, you can now go to the browser and it works significantly better than before. Before it was awful. It just took forever. Everything was so slow. Now you can really just kind of use it normally. With e-ink in general, you have to be patient, but if you guys are part of this channel and you all have been watching us for years, you all know that already. With Gallery, it's a next level. You gotta be zen. You gotta do something, and you know, just make some tea, go to your little zen garden with that little trough, and you move the sand, and maybe trim your bonsai, and then you go back and maybe your browser's loaded, because it's a slow experience. But look at this, we got color, we got animations, we got a carousel up top. This is the Good eReader page, of course. You can scroll your articles like that, and remember, you don't have to have it refresh all the time like you're seeing. You can actually set that to refresh as frequent and infrequent as you want. Again, normal mode is your middle ground. If you want to strip away the colors, you go into black and white mode, but overall, this is very good progress in the right direction. We're able to actually scroll now and not lose orientation of where we are. We're very aware of where we are on the page now. Green. A lot of your guys' concerns were surrounding green. Can it run green? Yes, it can. It has the capability of running more colors than Kaleido, so yes, it very well can do green. And just to show you, we'll turn off the warm light and we'll turn on the standard light a little bit just to boost the colors, because that's the fairest kind of experience. And yes, you can see green, of course. Green is completely viewable on this unit. We do have something that BIGME said as well. Green will be completely reworked, and it will be in the color selector wheel or gauge or tool or palette in the note-taking section before this comes out. So there will 100% be green available on this unit prior to the release, prior to being in your hands. See, we're on Vivid Enhancement. You can do different things too. You can slide the Vivid Enhancement, you can slide the color. So a lot of your concerns were that CMY, which this is based off of, which is cyan, magenta, yellow, aka blue, red, and yellow, there'd be no green. Well, that's silly. Of course there's green, but it's just not 100% ready right now. But it is there. You can see green. Green is a color it produces. It in all its shades and variations. It's going to be far more vibrant than you are seeing it now, because again, you guys have been asking to see these videos, which is why we're more than happy to show off this unit right now. We have nothing to hide. We want to bounce ideas off you guys. We want to be completely transparent with everything we do, which we are. So note that when you're asking to look at a prototype, this is what you're gonna get. You're gonna get prototype level stuff. Wow, that just slipped out of my hands. So the green is very nice right now. Best one's probably that one right there. So we're gonna base off of these kind of things. We have these color sample sheets that we use, and then we'll make sure that green is rocking and ready to go. But yes, before launch, the camera's gonna be ready, the green's gonna be ready, and it will be a selectable color in the note-taking palette. Do not worry, keep you updated every step of the way. For GoodEReader.com, thanks for stopping by and looking at this, and say hello to 2023 coming in, I guess, 24 hours.